Each quarter tells a story. From Wall Street heavyweights to emerging disruptors, we break down the numbers, the reactions, and the moves that matter most. Real data, real insights, in real time. This is Earnings Central Live with Verified Investing.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to Earnings Central Live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me yesterday. I hope you enjoyed the show because we have a jam-packed episode to talk about today. We have 3 earnings that we're going to cover, and all I got to say is that Palo Alto Networks ended up working perfectly from yesterday. But I'm not here to gloat. If you enjoy this type of content, please visit one of the links below. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Verified Investing, or follow us on Twitter at Invest Verified. Anyways, we have three different stocks to trade today. And let me just go talk about it because some of them report in literally 4 minutes. Let's go ahead and start off with our first one, Intuit. So on Intuit, we're expecting an estimated $3 per share for the earnings, up 24% year over year. Great. And for revenue, we're expecting $3.76 billion, an increase of 14.6% year over year. Let's flip over to ROST, the second one, ROST. Also reports at 4 o'clock. We're expecting around $1.31 to $1.37, and unfortunately that is expected to be down 5% year over year, but the revenue is actually expected to increase up to $5.4 billion, up 6.7% year over year. Come back to me, please. Guys, let me go through these levels because we literally have 3 minutes left until these earnings come out. Do you mind switching to my screen, team? First, on Intuit, let's full screen my charts, please. We have a couple levels for support and resistance. For me, my first 2 levels of resistance are first at this high pivot right here, approximately 10% higher, about $705, followed by this secondary high pivot up here around $721, approximately 12% higher. To the downside for support, I am targeting a move to around $595. There's a nice gap fill down there, and another one. Both of these levels from April, around $583.62. So these levels are on the screen below, so you should not really have any problems being able to see them. Right? On ROST, this fashion retailer, I'm a little more conservative because this stock is trading closer to all-time highs. I only have one level of resistance, and that is that $175 level. That is a key psychological level. ROST would have to go up around 9% to reach there. And to the downside, I have this level around 147.73. That should provide support for the stock. Can we go to me, please? Guys, and I just want to remind all of you at home, if you're trading along with me, if you're enjoying this type of content, just make sure to subscribe and follow us on YouTube. All right. In order to trade earnings, I need you guys to do a couple of things. First of all, manage your position sizing, guys, because this is going to be very volatile and come out really fast. We have about a minute left. Make sure any orders you put in are preloaded and put in as extended trading hours, okay? Extended trading hours. You have these levels here on ROST, and let's throw up Intuit, make sure I'm extended trading hours, and these levels here for INTU. And I'll report and react to them in real time as they come out. We have about 40 seconds to go, guys. Again, the tickers are on the bottom for you to follow. I have another chart coming out at 4:05. If we don't see too much action immediately for ROST and INTU, we can go check out those other levels on VEEV. But these are the major earnings for today. Not as big as NVIDIA, but guys, what a huge reversal in NVIDIA. Opening up higher than beginning to sell off the entire day. It was an amazing day in the trading room. I don't think I've traded that many times in a single day, but came out with a nice little profit. 3 seconds, guys. Let's see what Intuit and ROST get up to. All right, Intuit should be reporting earnings now. We see a little pop, but not too much movement here. Looking at ROST, no movement yet. Let's keep watching this, guys. Let's see if Intuit can pop or drop. Remember, I have these key levels around 705, first level of resistance, 595, first level of support on Intuit. As far as ROST, not much happening here. Around 175 is the first level of resistance, and around 148 is the first level of support. Okay, Intuit's starting to fall a little bit of action, but not getting close to our levels. We saw on about a 1% drop. Not too much happening there yet. ROST looks like it's just asleep. Looks like it's just asleep. I'll give it another 2 minutes before I give you my levels on VEEV, a stock that's reporting earnings at 405. But as you can see here, Intuit is still making up its mind. Originally, it fell down off of earnings, falling about 1%. Now it's up 1.5% on earnings. And look at this ROST. Okay, ROST looks to have reported earnings, and we see the stock up around 4.5%. Remember, first level of resistance for me is 175. This is huge because ROST is already trading at all-time highs, despite being a retailer and people saying that the retail market is going down, Intuit having a nice move up around 2%. All right. Okay, Ross continuing to move up and down. Let's see what happens. If it can get into this 175 level, I'm expecting a pullback. Remember, this 175 level is a nice psychological, nice round number that we kind of like. Intuit, not much there. All right, guys, I'm going to give you my levels on VEEV really quick before the earnings pop out. Can we come to my charts, guys? Go to my charts. I have aggressive levels and less aggressive levels. My first aggressive level of support is only 3% lower, around 263. I'm not really interested in taking it there. VEV, the first level I would really want to take it is around 244. And then again at 234, another gap fill down there. To the upside, there's a gap fill around 293 that should provide resistance, and another one at 302. Let's go back to ROS. Not much happening on ROS yet, not coming to those levels. Same thing with Intuit, kind of a dud, right? Only about 0.4% up. Very surprising for a company that generally moves a lot. And ROS, you can see a little bit of price action there. But back to VEEV. These are my levels on your chart. Can I throw that graphic up for VEEV really quick? So we are expecting on VEEV a $1.95 per share, 11.4% increase year over year, with the revenue expected around $800 million, about 13% year over year. Come back to me, guys. Thank you so much to this amazing team. So yeah, Ross not doing a whole lot. Let's turn on volume, right? And this is something I talked about previously. We always want to monitor the volume. We're seeing around 5 to 10K normal amount of volume in any given candle within the day. But unfortunately for Ross, volume is kind of drawing down a bit. VEEV didn't report yet. We have about 1.5 minutes left until those earnings do come out. Intuit, let's check the volume on Intuit. On Intuit, we're expecting around 3,000 shares in any given minute candle. And it looks like Intuit is just not moving, which makes me think that earnings have not come out for Intuit yet, just because it's not moving enough for me. Back to Ross. Again, volume still decent. We're talking about 8 to 11,000 shares being traded in any of these minute candles, but unfortunately not really moving enough for me. We have to keep an eye on Intuit, right? Remember, because last time, guys, if you remember, like yesterday, Palo Alto Networks, as soon as I threw it back to Drew, it started moving significantly, right? But unfortunately, not too much there. Remember, this first level, 263, is a hyper aggressive level, not really a level that I would trade it. I'm more interested in the 243 for support on VEEV, and 293 as a level of resistance to the upside. And Ross, again, starting to have a small pullback. This is a decent pullback, about 1%, but it looks like that move is likely done. Intuit, again, not really doing a whole lot, up 0.4%. Very surprising for this company. And just take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is just sitting there. We should have VEV results any minute now, as they're slated to report earnings around 4:05. which should be now, but I don't see an influx of movement yet. We want to see those huge bars come out, right? We saw 200,000 shares being traded, I believe, last minute. So it would be surprising to me to see this not be moving too much, to stay flat. Kind of a dud there. We'll go back to that. Go back to Intuit. Not much happening on Intuit, guys. But we are, we're waiting for VEEV. Unfortunately, even though I see this huge volume spike, around 200,000 shares being traded in the last minute, no price action on VEV. This is a thinner stock, granted, but it's a great mover on earnings. Back to ROST, he had this nice move up, and the thing that we have to ask is, are you going to consolidate here? Because if you do end up consolidating here, it could be putting in a bull flag, but then again, we're expecting a little more movement. And Intuit, really disappointing, just moving 0.4%. Really not a lot of action here. And no volume either on Intuit, which makes me think that Intuit earnings either did not come out or are really a dud. I really wanted to get something really exciting for you guys. Because we were unable to get that Palo Alto network trade yesterday. I'm going to give it another 2 minutes or so, and if we can't find anything, that's fine. We'll end the show there, but let's keep an eye out on these trades to see if we can't get something. See the volume into it, a little bit of volume coming in, but again, nothing that would indicate that the earnings did come out. We're talking 5,500 shares traded, which is really nothing for the stock, because on earnings you're expecting like 10x that, right? You can see here on let's see, ROST, the earnings, about 10,000 shares being traded in any of these given candles, and over here you're talking about 2,000 to 3,000 shares being traded in any of these single minute candles. All right, VEEV starting to move up a little bit, up 1.3%, and having a decent amount of shares being traded, but nothing that indicates, again, that earnings came out or were of consequence. Same thing with Intuit, kind of disappointing, to be honest, guys. But don't worry, even if we don't get a trade today, I will be back anytime we have huge earnings. So Meta, Apple, any of the Mag 7, anything that moves a lot. And you'll learn more about that in our newsletter about my schedule for going live. I want to give it another 1 minute, guys. If I don't see an influx of volume within the next minute, we can call it there. Don't forget, guys, this Monday, though, we have a massive show. We have Green Monday. So a lot of people are asking, Lawton, Gareth, when are you going to have, when are you guys going to have a sale? When are you guys going to have the next big event that is going to be coming this Monday, all day event? Spend the whole day with us. You're going to get an inside look into our live day trading room. You can day trade literally alongside Gareth, Ben, Drew, and I. Meet our newest trader, Liz. She's awesome. We have a couple courses launching, including my course, Zero to Trader in 60 Minutes, Crypto Edition. I'm very, very excited about that show. But enough of the self-promo. Back to the charts. Guys, unfortunately, it looks like kind of a dud, unfortunately, right? Not a lot of movement here for these stocks. Intuit is the one I'm most surprised by, because we usually see a decent amount of price action here, but as you can see, the volume is kind of low. Here's what I would do, guys. If you put your orders in, I would cancel them, but keep an eye on the charts, especially Intuit, because we might have a case where the earnings call comes and then the charts begin to move afterwards, right? Same thing with ROST. ROST, I think the move already happened, right? We went up about 4 or 5%, but this is a key stock to watch, because we've seen different stocks move up, gap up on good earnings, like Oracle did a couple of months ago, and then begin to sell off, right? This is a company at all-time highs that didn't move too much off of earnings. And unfortunately, VEEV, just a dud, just sitting there flat, despite a decent amount of volume, unless my trading view is working incorrectly, not much movement. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. My name again is Lawton here with Verified Investing. I will be live whenever there are good trades available on earnings. You feel free to follow me on Twitter at Lawton Investing. Have a great rest of your day and stay tuned for Trading the Close real soon. Bye, guys.